Well, hello guys, welcome. I'm sure the majority of you guys are from my YouTube channel and social media. If you are a unique viewer, welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Number one, for subscribing. I guess I should say subscribing to my Patreon. I feel like I just need a safe space on the internet to be able to express myself through this arduous journey. Of course, viewers looking in, people watching your journey, of course, they'll never truly understand what you're going through unless they walk in your shoes. But I'm going to try my best to help you understand, or basically just use this as diary because I need an outlet. And yes, therapy is for that as well. But 1 hour a week is not really enough to say what I want to say. And I have people who are already invested in my journey. So I just thought it would be a good idea, since I don't feel comfortable monetizing this journey of recovery on YouTube or on Twitch, because my YouTube channel was demonetized recently on YouTube for discussing eating disorder content. And I understand that. I'm bitter about it. I get it. And I can totally understand their point of view as well. And it is what it is. I'm moving on with it. But I do want to have a place where I can earn some income as well as share my story, and maybe it can relate with other people and we can bounce comments off of one another, and we can maybe start a little community of support. I don't know. Anyways, I don't feel comfortable talking in detail, gnarly details about what it's like to withdraw from cannabis, for example, or withdraw from being married or stuff like that. So it's just like my personal thoughts that I'm going to talk about on here. And I'm just going to have one base fee per month. So as you can see, I'm all cozy. I'm like soothing right now. I know it doesn't look it. My hair is awful, but I did wake up and had a shower. So basically, just to rewind, 3 nights ago, let me just get the exact date, because then we'll be able to keep track of how long I've been sober. When was it exactly? It was, sorry about that. I also don't really want to edit much on here. I just tell you, you don't mind editing if I'm talking about my thoughts. I'm listening to them while I'm telling you them. I don't want to have to like re-listen again and everything. Like, especially if it's like a longer talk video. I'm going to be playing fetch with my cat because, anyways, so the 15th of December, I bought my last edible. And if you guys find any of this triggering, please, or addiction or anything like that, mental health, protect yourself, don't watch. I'll put a warning before my content as well. But my personal experience, I'm not in any way here to glorify or addiction. I'm here to I guess through my personal experience of how I'm going through my story. And I've been an addict. It doesn't matter. The substance, when you're an addict, it doesn't really matter, because there's transfer of addiction. Substance they prefer, but then substance doesn't matter in addiction. And that's proof in the fact that transfer of addiction exists, right? Your brain is just looking for that dopamine, that and whatever will do it, will do, basically. So just smoking weed since I'm like a teenager. I smoked my first joint when I'm 15, and always loved it. I was always such a big burnout, like stoner, 420 smoke. Mine has changed so much over the years. Like, I just find that I hold things as an addict, consuming way too much. And that's the problem with marijuana these days, is that it's so concentrated and over processed. If you look at the marijuana that like smoking back in the day, that kind of stuff, I was getting edibles that had 10,000 milligrams in a bag, like super concentrated edibles. And I would just, didn't want to deal with the situation of me being back in Canada, which is really weird, because that proves to me that when I say I want something, I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time, because I don't take into consideration what actual work has to go into getting from point A to point B. You just make decisions like, I'll do this now. But it's easy to say that, but then to do it. So when I came here, when I was in Syria and I said, okay, out of here, I want to go back home. I want better internet for my social media. I miss my family. I miss my sister, my mom. I miss Canada. A lot of things about Canada. Easy getting out of, like, comfortable with. I was married for 3 years. My cat's in Syria. So it's like established a bit, starting to get established, but it was too social for me. Like, I couldn't deal with all the socializing, and that's because I wasn't okay. Like, I'm just not okay. I'm just putting off dealing with my health issues. And that's another reason, to also reestablish my healthcare here. I need to get into a good healthcare routine, self-help, blah, blah. And number one thing, my mental health is very fragile, and quantities of THC in that. And then, like, day, you just feel like a sack of crap. You just feel like a bag of flesh with bones. You don't feel like you have a soul anymore when you're numb like that. When you're numbed to that point, you're just breathing to live, because you don't want to die, but you don't want to live this way anymore. So you try to, masking your pain. And I realized that, when I first came here, I felt a lot of pain. I allowed myself to feel some of it. And I know that part of the grieving, a lot of stuff. Get into that in another video. I want to talk about like my withdrawal symptoms today. So I last bought those edibles on the 15th, and I've been taking them, to go or whatever, I don't know. And like the third night that I have to sleep with no edibles. Like, nighttime, my routine, I would take the edibles. I would take like, and then I would, pass out. Like, you go groggy, and so pass out. You munch out and you pass out, wake up, really. Like, the thing is that you think that you're getting a good sleep when you're passed out on edibles, and it's actually the opposite. It actually disturbs your sleep rhythm, and it actually marijuana shrinks the hippocampus, thins the gray matter in your brain, and there's more studies coming out. And I think that I'm not talking about like, there's people who can do it very occasionally, and addict had so many times, and I've realized how delusional that sounds. Because when you're an addict, we all know that that's just lying to yourself. You can't do that. You can't have marijuana. I try, and then I would crave more and more, because the thing when you're using a substance to create happiness with the dopamine, with chemicals, with forced chemical reactions instead of like profound changes and really true happiness, is that you can never be able to get enough. You're just going to keep feeling out until you're never going to be able to get enough. You're never going to find your wholeness in a bag of edibles, and actually, it's going to be the opposite. You're going to become even more broke. Like, I have a steady stream of income right now. Like, I've gone through a lot of stuff, and to make it all worse, I remember people commenting, "Why are you using so much THC? It's just going to make your mental health worse." And yeah, I know, I knew that, but I just couldn't stop at the time. In so much pain that I couldn't bear to feel it. Probably thinking from the divorce, but the divorce was not only about being away from Salah. That was not what was so sad. What was sad is me being left alone with all of these things that I was relying on Salah for validation for, and bad for validation, and for having to finally look into the void of myself that I've been avoiding. And I'm starting to look into it, and I'm starting to really step, and it's a huge crash out. I feel constant adrenaline, like that fight or flight, like anxiety feeling, because I've always been masking my feelings. I've never just really let myself feel them. I've always consumed things, including food. Like, anything can really be abused. Anything that measure response in your brain can really be abused, and that's where, dangerous, especially for addicts. And constant, the edibles though, I don't want to eat. You get really bad hunger when you do edibles, which is also not good. Somebody trying to, an eating disorder, and I'm pretty good with that. Really just trying to control myself, like in the sense that you're thinking. But anyway, I'm doing a lot of mental work. I'm really doing a lot of work on myself, starting to, and I'm trudging through the withdrawals. And there are withdrawal symptoms when you come off of edibles, especially. It depends how much you were doing before, but marijuana takes a long time to leave your body. It stores in your fat tissues, and I have a lot of those. So anyway, healthy. I don't even like how I feel on them anymore. I feel like a zombie half the time. I don't like, you guys hate how I am. I'm just like, I wanted to be, I wanted to be comfortably numb. Like Floyd said, I don't want to feel my feelings, and that's so toxic, and that's so unhealthy, and that's what a lot of us do, and we don't even realize it. The first night was, oh gosh, it was awful. Having large concentrations of edibles can cause a condition called, it's like a THC vomiting, I can't remember the name of it, hyperemesis, or syndrome. Cannabis hyperemesis syndrome. And basically people who consume edibles large quantities over time can develop that, and it's like stomach hurts, and you just feel like ever since I started edibles, I've always felt like there was like some weird knot in my stomach. Like it heightens the anxiety in your gut. Like, anxiety and depression come from your gut, and they do. Did you know that? That comes from your gut, a healthy gut to your brain, the signals. And it's like, I'm organized right now. I feel very scatterbrained. I feel very anxious. I feel raw, nude, like a layer of dead skin has just been peeled away, and I don't know what to do with myself. So please bear with me, guys. This is like my life, and I'm so not perfect. I'm trying to find my way. And number one was having to get off those edibles, because and they're just really bad for me. Number one, they're really bad for me. And I couldn't sleep. Like, I didn't sleep at all. I was just wide awake. And it's so awful. It was just like, you feel like you're constantly on edge, trembling. I had the shake. Like, my hands are not steady. Like, I painting my toenails yesterday, and it went all over. Like, if you're close, you'll be able to see. I know that it's just the only thing that can get me through this is a lot of prayer, a lot of reflection, a lot of rest. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to overwhelm my nervous system right now, because it is fried. And then I'm going to give her some catnip too. And then I'm going to okay, oh my gosh. Anyways, okay, so day one was awful. Okay, so didn't sleep. Didn't have an appetite, so I had like plantain. I just was listening to my stomach because I didn't want to throw up. So when I have upset stomach, I just, my body. And the second night, I thought I have to sleep. Like, I wake from basically like afternoon that first day and then the second night, I didn't feel super tired. I'm like, why am I not tired? I'm not feeling tired. And I knew it was because of the coming off of the edibles. I knew this was normal, and effects. And as the body's healing, and she loves this thing. Where's Fuego? Falling asleep at I slept for 3 hours. I woke up. I couldn't go back to bed. My anxiety was bad. I had a hot shower, and I just cleaned up a bit, went live, did stuff. I woke up, and I didn't sleep much at all. I slept maybe 4 hours, but broken, like, so had a hot shower, and in the steam of the door, I wrote, "I love me," because I'm trying to work on self-love and stuff. And it might sound corny to a lot of people, but it's not. It's really like the key to happiness, I really believe, is within us, and I need to build that up. Health is like right now. That's it. Oh, excuse me, hiccup. My health is just paramount right now. I have so much to work on. Like, first, I'm in the process of reestablishing my healthcare. I have a family physician. I need to get a bunch of tests. I need to get back possible hormone replacement therapy. I need to get back on life thinners. I have to see the doctor about that. I have to see, because I was on them before. I have to see a psychiatrist. I have to get psychiatric meds to kind of supplements as a woman my age I should be taking and just with hair loss issues I need to see a doctor about that. My health, my weight, so many things I need to deal with that I really don't have time to be bored. Bored anymore. Like when I first got here I was so panicky and like enclosed in this apartment and I didn't want to be here. Oh my gosh. But now I'm just feeling like I do, like, I'm starting to be more and more okay with being alone, and it's a comforting feeling. It's feeling that every day that I trudge through is going to make me, inshallah, stronger. Oh my gosh. Yes. She's confused because I usually throw what? I was giving it to you. Anyway, the minute I wake up, she gets this hot sauce bag toy I got at the Dollar Tree, and she brings it to me. It's so cute. She brings it into the shower. She brings it into the dry shower, but she goes and puts it on the shower drain in the morning when I'm in the bathroom before my shower. It's the cutest. So yeah, I use Patreon just to talk like this, and I think it's really good to have a platform that I can talk at you guys, because my live streams, I don't feel like I can do that, because that's why I'm always changing subjects and not finishing what I want to say. I'm distracted. Quiet space on a live stream, even though there's not really any noise, there's that noise, it's still noise, and chatting, and that's great, but when you want to get what you want to say out, and I already have trouble with that, expressing myself in complete thoughts and sentences, just going to be easier to have somewhere I can just turn the camera on and, and maybe do like here and there. I'm going to do videos on here. I'm not going to do live streams on Patreon. This is just a place for my thoughts. A penny for your thoughts. And, conclude this video. It'll be night going, but on. And, everything makes me stronger in the end. Through a bunch of hard crap and then you come out hoping to come out the other side like it. Anyways, on that happy note, go relax. I'm just so tired. I just want to not think. I just want to just eat a meal. I had some Greek salad, some chicken, some boiled potato, like on the side. And that's pretty much all I had today. I've just been eating kind of, I just eat when I'm hungry. Like that's it. Like my stomach, my hunger is very, we're just listening to my body right now and just doing what it needs after many years of not doing that. TLC, like my life, basically. Living my life asleep. And talk to you with so much motivation in my heart right now, but I know the going is going to get tough, and I hope that I have to keep this mentality, this resilience inside frame of thought, because the times are going to be really tough, and there's a lot of tough times coming up. And I'm so exhausted already. I don't know. Like God thinks highly of me if he thinks I can handle, things, certain resiliences. They say that like maybe what you can handle kind of thing. I handle you. No. And I know I say that like on kind of. There's people who go through a million times worse things than what I do, but this is my journey, so I'm going to be talking about myself and everybody well in their journey. I do, and nobody had to suffer in life, but that's why we're trying to dealing with the hardships, try to flow with them instead of avoid them and run from them, because you'll just create more problems for yourself, and that's what I've done the whole time, my whole life. So inshallah, this will be it. This journey will probably seem more gradual. I don't know if I'm going to be like, I don't know, one of those like the horns or whatever, and like really be like all gung-ho, or if it's going to be like, some days I might be motivated like that, some days I just might be like this and tired and just still trudging through but not feeling very energetic. So everything has to realign, so that's what we're doing. Anyways, guys, all right, thank you for listening and for joining my Patreon. I know it's like a lot of platforms and it's confusing, and that's what I hate about when my channel gets deleted or something happens to my channel, that pain to like, it has been a learning experience for me, because I am going to be more careful about attention to terms of service and stuff like that, like everything, and really making sure I understand, because I didn't fully understand, like rules are just, it is what it is. I accept it. I take my own channel, yes, but I feel like I purposely was trying to like anything, impulsive too. Anyways, all right, that's it for now. Thank you for listening to me. I'm gonna go rest, and I'll see you guys when I see you. I'm just hoping to be able to come on lives and do vlogs for the holidays, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to make the best of it no matter what I have. I don't care. I'm gonna rely on, I'm not gonna place my entire value of life and my happiness over the holiday season on money. So no, I'm not gonna do it. No matter what happens, I'll find a way to be joyful, and that's something that is a choice. When joy is a choice, nobody can take it from you. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.